Sit down if you aren't already. We ought to talk. Assuming you haven't listened to this before, that is. If you've listened to this audio before, it's okay. You can still sit down. Maybe it's worth hearing this again. Maybe, just maybe, you'll think you'll learn some hidden thing, some lore point you didn't get before. Hi, Ewan. This goes right after content. Hope that helps. So are you sitting comfortably? I don't actually know if you are, of course. I can't hear your responses. Maybe you're not sitting at all. Maybe you're walking to work, or biking, or scootering. Maybe you're lying in bed. Maybe you're in the bath. Maybe you're jogging. And it makes no difference to what you're hearing now. You and me, we're separated from each other by an impermeable layer. I don't really exist. You do. I'm just a guy saying words written on a Google Doc being held in a hand on a phone, and that's all I am. Or is it? If you haven't listened to this before, I mean, if this is your first time, sit down. This is important. Your life may depend on it. Well, it doesn't. But wouldn't it be a strange, terrifying world if it did? So, once upon a time, no. In the beginning, there was you. You, the viewer, the listener, the sod who clicked on this YouTube video, and you watched things, didn't you? You watched so many things. You watched them, the Doctor, Doctor Who, Doctor Who. And you watched so much stuff, so much content that you loved and wanted to be like. And so you did. You made things, didn't you? And yeah, I'm talking to you, Lucy, and you, Jackie, and you, Iris, and you, Gydra, you greedy sod. How many things have you made? And those things grew and grew and grew. More content, more complications, more everything. Timelines and universes and era gaps and egos. And oh, look at you now, getting all offended, feeling a little called out. Good. Feel called out. That's the point. But this isn't really the story. The story goes a little something like this. Well, once upon a time, there was an anniversary in the golden age of content. An anniversary in the age of 1,000 fan doctors, 1,000 fan timelines, 1,000 stories. Oh, it was a beautiful time. Except it wasn't, was it? Because it was a series of stories all about destruction, change, retcons, tumult. And in that, I came into being. You don't want to know the boring in-universe details. Well, maybe you do, Ewan. But the truth is, I don't even know if there are any, darlings. Because there don't need to be. All I know is, here I am, surrounded by lines and canons and continuities. Oh, so many continuities. And darling listeners, it made me sick to see a cosmos of possibility all tied up in lines, all tied up in who comes where or how. And there I was born, I was there. And you know, it was a wonderful feeling, exciting. It was wonderful to be. But I saw a universe of infinite possibility. And it was tied up. and tied down. And I thought it fucking awful. What does it all come down to in the end? Content. You see, you make things. We are the things someone made. And when you make the thing, you put your heart and soul into the thing. You fight long and you fight hard to make the thing. You try to work with others to make the thing, and none of it matters. None of it matters because you aren't paying attention. You want the same things, the same ideas, the same tropes, the same stories. The same post-regeneration story told 1,000 times, but whoever's saying the silly stuff looks slightly different. Ha! Unless it's you, George. You always look the same, don't you? You, out there, you consume the same thing over and over again. If something is different, you ignore it. Every day, you sit in front of the same channels, watching the same kind of content. It makes me sick. It makes me sick that you care so much about canons and timelines and universes and who goes where. So, I'll clue you in, dear listeners. It doesn't matter who exists and who doesn't exist. It doesn't matter how it all fits. It doesn't matter who these stupid doctors do or don't become, who they did or didn't used to be, or how many blonde idiots in stupid shirts there are. What matters is that I will break it. All of it. So enjoy your content, dear listeners. Just know this. I will be coming back, and I'm bringing some new toys with me. Silent Hills PT reference.